What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart to heart with you guys today. Man, we have to grow up. You know what I mean? You're going to hear me say that until I pass away. We have to grow up. Man, earlier this year, I went through a lot, a lot. And man, I had my heart broke. I was crushed. I was devastated. You know what I mean? Man, I felt like just throw it away. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere, I promise you. Stop playing. Stop playing. Man, that's the title of this video. Stop playing. Because we have to stop playing and grow the fuck up. So many of us, man, we've gone through so much bullshit. And a lot of us have never even started the process of growing through the bullshit we've gone through. We've gone through it, but we haven't grown through it. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere, just laying the foundation. So, talking about earlier this year. So, man, I was going through some shit, right? It was a lot of shit, and it had to do with love. Stay with me. It was all around love. And one of the greatest lessons that God had to show me was that, man, we can't lose ourselves. And so often we go through some shit and we lose focus of who we are. We go through some shit and we lose our identity. We could be in a relationship that ends bad, you know what I mean? And we spiral out of control. Our finances could get fucked up and we spiral out of control. And we lose our identity. We lose our purpose. We lose our grounding. We lose our footing. We lose our grip of reality. And we lose it all. So going back to this year, March 18th, man, the day that changed my life. You know what I mean? Drastically changed my life. I lost everything. Everything. Even me. I lost everything. Even my grip of reality. Stay with me. I was so hurt, so broken, so frustrated, so angry. I lost my connection with God, with Source, the Most High, because I was so pissed off, so just done. As young folks would say, man, I was done. And so, man, I lost my wife, my best friend, my homie. I lost everything, right? And the trip is, the other day I've been doing a lot of self discovery. Doing a lot of shadow work, just a lot of meditating and just coming to grips with all of it, right? And so the other day I was at the beach. I love nature. If you don't know anything about me, man, I love nature and I love growing and developing and helping others. You know what I mean? Those are my three passions in life. My growth and development, man, nature, and helping others. Those are the three things that I'm most passionate about. And so, man, I've been doing a lot of work on me, understanding the why. Why did all this bullshit go down? Because I understand now that, there's always a reason. Stay with me. There's always a reason. And there's always a reason to help you grow into the better version of you. There's always a reason to help you learn some things about you. There's always a reason to help you shed some things about you. There's always a reason. Most of us never discover the reasons. And so I understand and I've learned throughout the years that, man, every time you go through something, God has a blessing for you. There's always a blessing in the mess. But you got to go through the mess, understand the mess, grow through the mess before you get the blessing. See, you have to understand the lesson in the mess. There's always a lesson in whatever chaotic, tumultuous mess that you're in. there's a lesson, multiple lessons. And in order for you to receive the blessings, you have to learn the lessons. You guys have heard me say that many times in the past. And so I'm at the beach the other day. It's today, Thursday, so I had Tuesday. And I've been at the beach quite a bit, a lot since May. And something that I've been trying to manifest is a heart-shaped rock. I've never seen one, a natural heart-shaped rock. I've never seen one. Didn't know it existed. And so I'm just walking along the beach. I'm seeing a bunch of broken shells and a wide range of rocks and colors and all the shapes and sizes and stuff. But I wanted to find a heart-shaped rock. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And I don't even know why I want to find it. I do know why. Because I'm this beacon of love. I understand now that my being is love. At my core, I'm love. Everything about me is about love. And most people, we don't understand that we're love at our core. The Bible says that God is love. God's love. You're love. I'm love. The problem is we go through some shit that fucks us up and it pulls us away from love. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And we don't understand the why of the situation. And so we become toxic and destructive and hateful and bitter and full of rage and envy and resentment and animosity and all this other shit that pulls us away and separates us from our natural being, love. So I'm all about love. So I'm at the beach and I'm just walking up and down all by myself, just looking for a rock in the shape of a heart. I got crystals that have been chiseled in the shape of a heart, but I don't have a rock. I didn't have a rock in the shape of a heart. So I'm walking, and the other day, Tuesday, I happen to look down and there's this little tiny rock in the shape of a heart. And I posted it on social media and I'm like blown away. It's like, wow, it finally manifests. It finally revealed itself. I've been manifesting this for a couple weeks now. And now it arrives. I've been walking up and down the same beach for weeks. And I've never seen this rock. But on this particular day, the rock was standing there. Or it was sitting there, lying there, whatever. It was there. You know what I mean? And this little tiny piece of rock, about this big. But it seemed huge. Stay with me. So took pictures of it, picked it up, looking at it. It's like, man, that's crazy. It's really a heart. It's really a heart. It's a real freaking rock. Nobody chiseled this. This is just its natural shape and form. Put it in my pocket and kept it. Didn't think too much more about it after I posted it on social media. That was Tuesday. Yesterday, going to the beach. And I always stop at this one deli and I get this breakfast platter, eggs and potatoes and sausage and bacon and some toast. And the guy was out of the country potatoes. It's like, yep, nope, I'm not eating today. I'll go somewhere else. So I left. And I go to this other deli. And I order my food. And I happen to look on the floor. And there's this piece of tissue crumbled up. But I didn't know it was a piece of tissue. At the time, it was a piece of paper or something on the floor. But it was a heart. And I'm tripping. It's like, no. And so I pull out my camera, take a picture, zoom it. It's a big ass freaking heart. And I walk over to it and I look at it, and it's a piece of tissue crumbled up. But it's a heart. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Perfect heart shape. I'm like, oh snap, okay, God, what are you trying to show me? What are you telling me? Because I'm seeing hearts everywhere now. What are you showing me, God? I've taught you guys in the past about paying attention to the signs. I've taught you guys about a lot about, man, listening to God. There are no coincidences. I was telling a young lady the other day, there are no coincidences. Coincidence is our term for just some chaotic random things that don't make sense. But the real understanding of coincidence is coincidence, when you break it down, inside. Say it again. Coincidence is to coincide with the will of God. That's what coincidence is. But we don't understand coincidence, so we think it's just random. We just think it's chaotic events that, man, they have no rules. They have no purpose. It's just, man, it's just something that just happened. It happened because it's in alignment with the will of God, the universe source, the Most High. So to coincide, coincidence is for something to coincide with the will of God, with the purpose of God. And so I'm looking at this heart on the floor, and I got my food coming, and I've just got this big smile, and I'm just glowing, just radiant, just tripping, right? Get my food, go eat. A friend come checks me out. We're sitting there. I get in their vehicle, and we're sitting laughing, chopping it up, blah, 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 blah. Man, I get out the vehicle because I'm going to go back to the beach and hang out at the beach, right? And so I get out the vehicle, and I look up, and there's this huge rainbow. But it's different. Stay with me. It's a perpendicular rainbow. It's a rainbow in a straight line. I've never seen a rainbow in a straight line before. Excuse me, it was a horizontal rainbow in a straight line. I've never seen that before. Ever. I'm 53 years old. I've never seen a rainbow in a straight line in the sky. Had no curves to it at all. It was just a straight line. And I took a picture of it, and I'm tripping. It's like, okay, because that's a message. See, so many of us, we've seen the rainbows that look like an upside down U. Typical rainbow. And we always understand the rainbow. Man, it's a message of God. It's a promise. Stay with me. I'm going somewhere. It's a promise. So I'm like, okay, God, man, what are you telling me? What are you telling me? What are you telling me? And I look down on the ground right where I'm at, and I see this big blue straw, and I see some little rocks and stuff. But right next to the big blue straw is a little red piece of plastic heart. You can't make this stuff up. This is too much of a coincidence. God is talking. And so I'm saying to God, man, wow. You know, what's going on? What's really going on? Talk to me. Help make sense of this. Because I'm not getting it completely. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate that I'm loved. I appreciate that I am loved. But help me make sense of this. So I'm walking along the beach, all by myself. Just having a good old time, just vibing, just me and God, me and nature. And I'm just walking and just chilling, right? It's got my music on, and man, I got these sunglasses. They're Bose sunglasses, and man, they play music, Bluetooth to your phone, right? And man, great quality, best pair of sunglasses I've ever had. The Bose sunglasses, right? So I got my music playing. I'm still able to hear the water crashing and the birds chirping, and I'm just zoned out, just in my own world. There's nobody around me. There's people around me, but it's as though there's nobody. I don't hear them. It's like they're not even visible in my reality at this time. It's like they're not even present. It's just me, God, nature. And I'm just walking. We just in our own little realm, right? Just fellowshipping with each other, right? Just loving on each other. Stay with me. And so I'm walking. And I snap out of what I'm in, like this trance. And I look down and I see this tassel, this blue and white tassel. And see, when I graduated high school in 1988, I'm an old fuck. You know what I mean? When I graduated high school in 88, my colors were royal blue and white. That was the colors of my school. Royal blue and white. And so I'm tripping on this tassel on the ground on the beach because it's royal blue and white. And I pick it up and it says 2023 on it. And I get this instant smile and I feel myself just glowing. And I'm like, okay, God, yes, man, let's talk. You know what I mean? Let's talk some more. God, what does this mean? And so I posted it on social media. Man, what do you guys think this means? Man, one day I find this heart-shaped rock. The next day I find this piece of paper at a deli while ordering some food in a heart shape. Then shortly after that, I look up in the sky and there's this horizontal rainbow. And then I look down immediately afterwards and I see another red-shaped heart. In that order. And I'm tripping. And then I see this tassel. Graduation. Okay, God, what are you telling me? Elijah. And I asked people, what did they think it means? And I got a few comments and a few people sent me some DMs of what they thought it meant. I'm talking about stop playing. Because people will always try to play you. People will always try to control you. People will always try to manipulate you. People will always try to play you like they're smarter, deeper, more spiritual, more aligned than you. And it is what it is. You got to know yourself. You got to know who the fuck you are. You got to know who you're connected to. You got to know your purpose. You got to have a relationship with God, Source, the Most High, for yourself. See, because as long as you asking everybody else, who am I? Why am I here? What's my purpose? They're going to always give you some bullshit based upon their experiences in life, based upon their opinions about you. It's always going to be their opinion based on where they think you are. So you got to stop playing. You got to stop playing with life. You got to stop playing with people. You got to stop playing yourself. See, so many of us, we play ourselves short because of our insecurities, because of our low self-esteem. We don't think we all that. And some of us, we play ourselves short because we think we all that and we ain't shit yet. You know what I mean? It is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be. So I'm sitting there and I've read the comments. It's like, okay. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy, but that's not it. God, what are you telling me? And God had to take me back down memory lane. Elijah, 3 months ago, you were fuck love. 3 months ago, you was, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done with helping humanity. 3 months ago, you was fuck my life. Fuck everything. Let me run away from this bitch. 3 months ago, it's like, fuck it. Take me off this fucking bitch. Let me fucking die. 3 months ago, Elijah, that's where you was at. 3 months ago, you was done. You was fed up. 3 months ago, your world was flipped upside down. Elijah, that first rock, that represented who you was. That heart, that represented who you were. Then you saw the white rock, or the right heart, the white heart. You went to a deli where you always go, and they didn't have what you needed. They didn't have what you wanted. You went to another place. You thought you was going there for the food, and you went there for the food, but you also went there because I wanted to show you that, man, that's where the heart was at. That's where the message was at. It was at the second deli. So often, we're looking for love. We're looking for what we need. We're looking for what we want. And we think it's going to come from one person. And God says no. It may come from them for a period of time. But that's not the one for you. That's not the place for you. You have to be willing to let go of just settling. And see, so many of us, we get stuck unsettling. We settle. We settle for love. We settle for relationships. We settle for mediocre jobs. We settle for anything, everything. I could have easily settled for something else at the deli. But God was like, no. Go. Go. You have to grow up. You have to understand, man, hey, I have more for you. I have more for you. Don't settle. Stop playing. Stop playing yourself short. Stay in alignment with me. I'll put little messages along the way. I'll give you hints along the way if you're paying attention. Elijah, you can have the promise. You can have everything you want. So can you. But you have to stop playing. You have to stop settling. See, many people, everybody for the most part, have seen a rainbow. Everybody hasn't seen a straight line. A rainbow in a straight line. You can have something different. You can have something special. You can have something unique. Because you are unique. You are special. But you have to stop playing. You can have the love of your life. But you got to stop settling. You got to stop playing. Because in the end, you're playing yourself. So I'm like, okay, God, okay, good. The symbol, the tassel, Elijah, because you've done the work. Because you put in the work. When nobody saw you. When nobody saw you crying. Nobody saw you meditating. Nobody saw you doing the work and healing and releasing. You graduated. You graduated. And here's the trick. I was walking at the beach again yesterday. Looked down, and here's another heart-shaped rock. It looked just like the first one. So I now have two heart-shaped rocks. And what God had to show me is, Elijah, you're not just loved. You're a beacon of love. Don't play yourself short. Don't play yourself short. Don't settle for mediocre. Don't settle for random normal stuff like everybody else. You didn't come here to be like everybody else. You came here to be unique, to be special, to be set apart. To be set apart. You're different. Stop playing. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to be normal. And be who you are. I love you guys. Happy healing.